This is your 28storms.com Cyclone update for Sunday, the 4th of December. The latest U.S. Joint Typhoon Warning Center outlook for the Indian Ocean has highlighted two areas with a high chance of tropical development within the next 24 hours. One continues to be the developing area of low pressure to the southwest of Indonesia, and there's a second one located well out into the Indian Ocean and well to the east of Madagascar. We can see both of these tropical features on the latest low-level vorticity chart, and on the latest 72-hour animation of the precipitable water analysis, we see that both of these systems are coming together quite nicely. Based on the latest enhanced infrared satellite animation, it looks as though the system closest to Exmouth, Australia, could become a tropical cyclone at any time given the latest signature that we currently see on satellite. Meanwhile, the tropical system more into the West Indian Ocean looked a little bit better a few hours ago. As we can see, the shower and thunderstorm activity has diminished to some extent on the latest frame, and that system closest to Madagascar appears to have peaked in intensity despite having a tropical cyclone formation alert having been issued for that disturbance. We can see that a powerful mid to upper level latitude trough is beginning to spread into the southwest Indian Ocean, and that is going to help shear apart that disturbance. And in the meantime, the system closer to Indonesia is going to have 1 to 2 additional days to strengthen before the trough also begins to significantly weaken that system as well. The latest wind shear analysis chart over the Indian Ocean is already a couple hours old, but you can already see in advance of that trough to the south of Madagascar we have rather extreme wind shear values that are continuing to spread more toward the northeast, and that is why we are not expecting that system in the western Indian Ocean to really strengthen. If anything, it will more than likely dissipate within the next 24 to 36 hours, but more toward the east we see that the area to the west of Australia is being dominated by mid to upper level ridging at this time, but this ridging will quickly dissipate or get shunted more toward the east over the next 24 to 48 hours, so that is going to spell the demise for both of our tropical systems within the next couple of days. Meanwhile, as we look closer to Australia, there are no organized tropical disturbances and the South Pacific is quiet. The following is the latest 0Z forecast from the GFS model, and we can see two distinct areas of low pressure in the southern Indian Ocean. Of course, the stronger one is a little bit closer to Indonesia, and the forecast over the next 7 to 8 days is for the system closest to Madagascar to dissipate within the next 48 hours. And the same occurs with our system as it begins to inch closer to Australia. It begins to feel the impacts of the shear from the very same trough that is going to weaken both of our tropical cyclones. So the threat toward Australia is slim to none. You may see some passing showers right along the coast, if that, as the system significantly weakens before reaching your location. The GFS is also keeping the remainder of the South Pacific quiet throughout the next 8 days, despite the active pulse of the Madden-Julian Oscillation passing through the region. And finally, this is the latest 0Z run from the ECMWF. Again, both of our systems are located in the southern Indian Ocean, and within the next 72 to 96 hours, both of our systems are expected to at least begin weakening. And as we go into day 5 and day 6, there's really not much left of either one of our systems, so the European model is weakening the system closer to Australia just a little bit quicker than what we just saw with the GFS. And I do believe that the ECMWF solution is a little bit more realistic, with a little bit more in the way of rapid weakening in approach of that trough. So we more than likely will end up with at least one tropical cyclone formation in the southern Indian Ocean within the next 48 hours. However, I think that the duration of that tropical cyclone's lifespan will be relatively short, with little to no threat posed toward Australia. We're still going to keep an eye on as to how much precipitation actually makes it into Western Australia, but as of right now, it really doesn't look like this is going to be much of a significant rainmaker, at least. So keep it tuned to 28storms.com/cyclone. We will have another video posted by tomorrow evening.